everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm excited for tonight. We're making some candy. We are making some candy, and hold on. I have a special guest coming tonight. Oh, oh, whoops. Those are not supposed to come off. Well, there goes my monetization just like that, because my pasties fell off. Doggone it. Alright, get my apron set up here. Whew, it's been a long week, and it's almost Friday. You know what that means? It means absolutely nothing, because there are no breaks around here for sure. So tonight, I have something very, very special planned for everybody with a sweet tooth. We're going to be making Laffy Taffy. That's right, Laffy Taffy, the famous candy. All you need is some coffee creamer and some flavoring. So it doesn't have to be crushed. It doesn't have to be watermelon. It can be, I think it's supposed to be made with Kool-Aid. But I'm sure that you can use Gatorade. I'm sure that you can use Crush. I'm sure that you can use Crystal Light. I'm sure that you can use whatever you possibly want. So all we need is coffee creamer, the flavoring, and some water. And then we got to mix this stuff for a very, 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 very long time. And that's the part that I'm not looking forward to. I also got some gifts and goodies over here that we're going to get to. I have a michelada from the little taqueria across the street. Everybody let me know what you're drinking tonight down in the comments. It does not have to be alcohol. It does not even have to be alcohol. It can be anything that you are drinking. All right. Here we go. Let's get started because I have a special guest coming in a little bit to try out our Laffy Taffy. First thing you do, so you want to make a very precise measurement with how much creamer you're putting inside of the bowl. You never want to put too much, and you don't want to put too little. You want to put just the right amount. So I think that was a little bit too much. You see how I wasn't paying attention and what happened to me? Okay. Okay, there we go. As usual, I quit. As usual, I have made a mess. I'm tired of cleaning every Thursday. Every Thursday, whenever I'm done, I have to stay up all night trying to clean my kitchen after I destroy it. This is why I do not cook, okay? This is why I go to Sonic, or I go to Jack in the Box, or I go somewhere that will cook and clean for me, so I don't have to deal with this kind of thing. Okay. Here we go. We're probably going to need, you know what, that's a good amount. That works for me. We got this much coffee creamer in here. I don't know how much Laffy Taffy this is going to make. I don't know my proportions yet like that. I've been out of prison for a while, so it's been a while since I cooked these meals, and now I'm having to relearn how to do it every week right here on a live, so that's the hard part about it. I'm just playing. I've never been to prison. Please nobody spread that rumor that I was in prison. Got my handy dandy box cutter here. I did return all of Lester's box cutters this week, except for a few, because I need some around here, okay? I need box cutters to work in my kitchen with. Regular knives I don't think are going to work for me. I always got to be a little bit different for some reason. Just something I've done my whole life, being a little bit different. That's all right. Okay, after we get this in here, you just want to give it a little stir. It's okay. You can use your fingers. If my special guest is watching, do not worry. I washed my hands first. I didn't wash my hands first. It's all right. It's all right. It's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We've all touched the same things around here. What was step 3? What was step 3? Step 3 was add water. So whenever you add water, you never want to add too much. Just a little bit of water. Well, if you can see it, I'm not going to dump it out. I'm not going to dump it out. But that's all the water you need. You're just going to mix it together. So the bad thing about this little concoction is that the more you mix it, the stickier it gets. Somehow you would think that it would kind of absorb in the water and not be sticky. But something happens and it makes it, is not a good. It's not a good texture. I'll just say that it's not a. See, look at my fingers. So whenever I make this, I always wash my hands like 30 times in between mixing. And also, whenever you mix it, you just want to keep on adding coffee creamer, and that will kind of make it to where you can still roll it in your hands and stuff. Because if you don't, it's just going to stick to you, and you're going to lose all of your Laffy Taffy. And then there ain't nothing to laugh about if you don't have any Laffy Taffy, for sure. So this is probably really bad for you because we just started and I've used I have used half a thing of coffee creamer. So that's it's only 10 calories. Yeah, we'll be fine. Oh no, not when there's 230 servings in here. And if it's 10 calories a piece, well, there's my 2,300 calories for the entire day. So, well, after I eat this piece of Laffy Taffy, I don't get to have dinner. And that's not very cool. That's not very cool at all. Because I am hungry. I am hungry. And now I'm stuck with 2,300 calories of Laffy Taffy. This is ridiculous. Alright, this isn't working. This is not working for me. So what I always do, I'm going to put it in this baggie. So that way I can mix it without this. Oh my gosh, is nobody commenting? What happened? Oh, there we go. Is Jamie cooking dinner tonight? I surely hope so. I surely hope so because this is not going to fill me up. And I don't even know if it's going to be good. I really have no idea. Oh my gosh! Why do I make such a mess every time I do this? Seriously. Okay, there we go. So I don't think that you could ever add too much creamer. Oh, thank you, Claudia. You've been a member for 2 months. That's awesome. Thank you. All right. I don't think that you could ever add too much creamer because the creamer is what kind of makes it harden up and stick together. Even though right now I am having some major difficulties. It is sticking to the bag. It looks really gross, honestly. It looks really gross. But I'm hoping that as we go along this will look better. Keyword hoping. You know what, I'm just gonna go crazy with it. I'm just going crazy with it. I filled up the entire rest of the bag with creamer. We're just gonna see where. See, this is why I wear an apron. Now I have red stuff all over my apron. Will this wash? How do you wash an apron? Jake is hold on. What happened? Oh my gosh. He's just okay. Yes. No. Thank you. I have not actually been to prison, but in case I go, I'll be known as what's called the chef in prison. And I demand to be called the shirtless chef, not just the prison cook, okay? I want to be known as the shirtless chef. Oh my goodness gracious. KMB127503111, $49 super chat. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And y'all super chat last week, that helped me out a lot because I have been having issues with my washing machine. It makes a terrible noise whenever I turn on the... Like, it'll run through, like, the whole cycle or whatever. And whenever it gets to the, like, the spinning part of it, like, it feels like my house is going to fall over. It's like, shoo, shoo, shoo. And it makes that noise. And honestly, the first time it started making that noise, I got up and I ran out of my house because I don't know why I just didn't go, like, stop the washer. But it freaked me out so bad that I had to run out of the house because I figured this thing was going to blow up. So that money is going towards getting me a new washing machine. I don't need to go to the Home Depot or the Lowe's and get a brand new one. I am perfectly fine with going on Facebook Marketplace and getting a used washer. Because the thing is, there's the area by me called Kingwood. And Kingwood has a, let's just say, upper class people that have some money. And so what they'll do is they'll build a house. You know, they'll get a brand new house, get it built, go get their appliances and everything and move in. And then 3 months later, you know, after they've kind of gotten settled in there, the wife will look around and say, hey, I don't want these cheap washers and dryers. I want a brand new, stackable, high efficiency, you know, all that good stuff. So they'll basically give away their previously brand new washer and dryer. This is horrible. This is turning into a prison food fail. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh my gosh. Oh yes. I can't scroll. I can't really scroll at the moment to read these. When somebody asked if my dad got his side-by-side back, and he did. I had blown something up. I'm not really sure what I blew up, but I blew up something. Okay, what is... Please come in. Please come in. I'm having a difficult... I can't deal with this. You know who you look like? I'm getting this off my hands. I'm getting this off.
LA would never die. Just multiply colors.
What in the world?
Can I talk now?
Yes, why do you have face tattoos? Do you have a teardrop?
I have 2 teardrops, Jacob. It would be 2 teardrops.
Oh, so what do those mean?
Don't ask me why. I just watch a lot of Netflix. Hey, folks, Lester here. And I was invited.
He was invited.
Hold on, Diane. Really? You gonna throw $1 at me?
All right.
Oh, come on. Is this? I did all this, Diane, for that? That was nice. Thank you, Diane. Let me get me a chair.
All right.
So
So I have some good news and some bad news.
all right. So what I used to always tell my students when I taught school was I have good news and bad news.
Okay.
And I said, what do y'all want to hear first?
Yeah, what do you want to hear first?
And I'm like, it doesn't really matter because there's good news and bad news. And they will say, what? Just tell us. I'm like, okay, fine. The good news is there's no bad news.
No, that's not.
But the bad news, there's no good news. All right, so what is your news?
Well, I washed all of our Laffy Taffy in the sink.
How? Well, you told me tonight is candy night.
I know, so that's the bad news, is that this totally failed right now, and I couldn't really make it, and it got stuck on my hands, and I panicked, and so instead of like trying to take an hour on the live to try to mix it all and do it all just right, we can't. We just can't. The good
So
news,
we're not eating. There's no prison
No.
food tonight.
the good news
Oh, there is good news.
is I prepped some earlier.
Oh boy, so
I
for a
prepped
just in
some.
case scenario.
Yes, just in case. So I always make my prison meals earlier in the day just to make sure that I can actually do this.
Okay,
And
okay.
not just totally fail and waste everybody's time. So it can happen. So
I think that mistakes happen. I believe that most people would say that aren't you and me just 2 big old mistakes in general?
Yeah.
So it
that
was
was an accident for sure.
No, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh.
I just think that screw ups, it's okay because I think you have to have some screw ups in life to. And so if you and I was perfect the way people want us to be, how fun would that be? And really, how fun would that be if we were just perfect? If our farm was in perfect order,
Oh,
if
yeah.
all the animals would walk up nice and neat and orderly and eat their meals, and there would be no headbutting, no ramming, no ducks flying over, and yeah.
That wouldn't be very fun.
And then we don't have to say, come on, littles, or come on,
Come
goats.
on,
We don't
goats.
have to do that. Instead, we just walk out and do this, and all they come marching in. Do, 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 do. Yeah, how boring would that be?
That'd be pretty boring.
Yeah, so
Wouldn't
no,
have
instead, this is what you get. This here's what you get, folks. This is what you. Hey,
Welcome to the shit show.
no, this is what you pay for.
Yeah, because
Get
it's
it?
free.
It's free. This is what you pay for. You get what you pay for. And so this is your entertainment for the evening. And from what I understand, we're eating cold candy.
Laffy Taffy.
Okay. So I like Laffy Taffy.
You do?
I do.
What flavor Laffy Taffy do you
I like all flavors. I actually, is this a whole piece for me?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Let's tear it off.
Well, rate it first. Like, does it look like Laffy Taffy?
Okay, so I will you want me to do the whole?
Yeah, I want to do the whole shebang.
So I have to go a little bit closer so I can show her
Well, it
mine.
wasn't a perfect rectangle until we ripped it.
I ripped it.
I had it looking like Laffy Taffy.
So the texture is exactly like Laffy Taffy as far as the feel, the stickiness. It's like you were to take the wrapper of Laffy Taffy, and that's how it would feel in your hand.
Okay.
That's exactly how it would feel in your hand.
All right.
All right, now we're going to go into the mouth. Well,
Yeah, smell? What's it smell like? What flavor does it smell like?
it smells like Play-Doh.
What?
Wait, you're not pranking me, are
no,
you?
no.
You're trying to prank
No,
me.
I'm not. This is not Play-Doh. I really made this. I spent a long time.
Why does it smell like Play-Doh?
It doesn't smell like watermelon to you?
I have smelled lots of Play-Doh in my life, and this smells just
Hold
like
on
it.
a moment. Smell this packet. Open this packet and smell it. I can't open it. My hands are now slippery from the...
Oh yeah, so everyone's saying, how come you didn't offer Lester a beer to drink? Right?
Here you go. So here's the thing. You like micheladas?
No.
Well, that's all I have. Do you like Corona?
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
what?
You're a true prisoner. Is that why you went to the slammer?
I'm kidding. All right, here we go.
There you go.
Hey, it is Play-Doh.
No, it's not Play-Doh. It's not good. This is horrible. I'm not eating this. Are you gonna swallow that?
I did.
That's gross.
And I'm going to follow it down with this Corona.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it looked and felt like Laffy Taffy.
So,
It might taste like Laffy Taffy.
no, so here's the only way that it's similar to Laffy Taffy is it's stuck behind my entire gums, top and bottom, and it's always stuck in the place where my tongue cannot get it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how hard I push my tongue around trying to push it out and swallow it down, it always gets stuck in those hard
Just
to
put
reach.
your finger up in there. I'm sure nobody will mind.
I will not do that on camera. I will never make a fool of myself on camera, Jake. There's no
Yeah.
way I would ever make a fool of
Yeah.
myself on camera.
We would
I'm
never
actually
do
going to
that.
have another bite because it's not that bad. I'm just going to swallow it whole.
Well, here, you can take home this whole baggie of it. I'm sure Jamie would love to try it. What's Jamie doing right now?
Oh, I know what Jamie's doing. For all of those people who are saying, no, not Lester, no, not Lester, anyone but Lester. Yeah, that's what Jamie's doing is boop, boop, boop. So thank you, Jamie. I know you're going to get a real serious finger workout tonight. Oh, that sounds horrible.
Don't block all of my subscribers, please. I need views. No, but Jamie, you should come over here too. We should just make this a party. We got plenty of Laffy Taffy. It'd be a good time.
I don't guess Jake got my innuendo. So I can actually, Jake, if you're curious about how this whole thing works, you can wear a prison bandana multiple ways. So most white.
Wait, what innuendo?
Should I even say that? Man, let's not even go with the whole color thing. There are
Yeah.
some prisoners who wear their bandanas like this. This is the style that most of you are probably familiar with. Now you can either wear the flaps out, which I think looks goofy. It looks like a little droopy. You know that little song? Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow?
That's not how the song goes at all.
Do you? Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Do you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low?
I thought that song was called Do Your Chain Hang Low.
Your chain?
Yeah.
I don't know the rap version.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, the real song, or the original, or whatever, is Chain.
So let's hear your version then.
No, I'm not singing that song. I don't really know what it means, and so I'm not going to sing it. Do you
All right.
chain hang low? Do it walk to the floor? Do it shine in the light? Is it platinum? Is it gold? Can you... Okay, we're done.
Oh, so that's, you know what, you're right. So there is a version. Now that's not the actual song. There's a rap song. Here, I can't stand with my back to the people. Let me, to your folks. Let me turn, there we go.
There we go.
So there is a rap song, and all of a sudden it goes to this little, they call it a trap. It goes to a trap where it goes into a little kitty beat, but it's not, do your ears hang low. It's that Chain Hang Low song.
Yeah.
I have no idea who sings it. But what I'm worried about is you sounded so good that we might get a copyright strike for that.
Well, somebody just now said that Jake needs a record label.
Yeah, and that's true. And that's why I always worry about singing my best, because you don't want to hear my best, because next thing I know, copyright, violation. So, no, we got to be real careful.
I mean, if we let out our real singing voice, we wouldn't even make YouTube videos anymore. We'd just go sing for a living, you know?
Yeah, no, we'll just stay doing what we're doing. I like doing what we're doing every day. All right, so is that? That's the Taffy?
That's the live. We're done.
All right, no, we're not. We're not done. We are
playing.
not done.
We're not done.
Because Jake said when he texted me that there's also a couple of packages, and they have both of our names on them. And I says, do not open it without me. If it says both of us, we have to be together. Now, what I hope is that it's not going to be another remote-controlled car.
No,
that
I
we
don't think
know how
a
to.
car can fit in these.
No.
Do
So
these feel like the same thing to you? Like, doesn't matter what one they are the same, right?
these are exactly the same.
Okay, cool. All right. So that's
These are
great.
exactly the same thing. Is it just from Amazon? So we don't know who sent who. Now I wonder.
Well, there might be a letter inside.
Yeah, so it says Lester Morrow and Jake Morrow.
Yep.
Okay.
And mine says.
Well, they're probably from the same person. So the only problem is we are so far from the camera that I can't read anything over here, Jake.
I can't read it either. All right.
Did you get
Oh
what
my
I got?
gosh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Did you get the letter or I got the letter?
The hell is this? Who in the world sent me nerve tonic? And do we add this to our Laffy Taffy? And pain relief. So nerve
What
tonic.
does nerve tonic do?
I don't know. It's because we both have a nervous
Stress
twitch.
relief.
I think it's because we have nervous twitches. Let's read the letter.
Non-habit forming. It's non-habit forming, people. We won't become addicted to. Oh no, this says very addictive on the pain relief.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Whee!
All right, you're gonna have to read this.
No, come on, you read it, please.
Oh boy.
I hate reading.
All right, Jake. Y'all just bear with me. Just try to focus on the words, okay? Here we go. Lester and Jake, I just watched your video about mental health. You two were talking about all that. Hey, that's exactly what I've been through. I found these. They have no side effects. I too can't take what they gave from what they give from my doctor. And this is from Jeanette. Wow, I did not think that we were going to make this particular live about me and Jake being cuckoo.
Yeah. Really.
But here's what I will say. We're not the only ones.
No.
Literally. For as many people who thought, man, these guys are true nuts. These guys are nutcases. I have never in my life had as many comments, emails, direct messages, text messages as what we got on the basket forward than what we got from those from after that video.
I'm really glad we made that video.
Well, you know what? It sat there for a couple of days, and because you make yourself very vulnerable when you admit some things about yourself. I don't think any of us would feel comfortable showing everybody our medical records or our sex history, or I mean, you name it. You name. People just like to keep some things to yourself. But I've also learned, and me being a little bit older than you, and really, I've at a point where I have no shame. I've come to a point where I have no shame.
No, I'm almost there. After we
Good.
put out everything on the internet now, I don't care, whatever. You can think about whatever you want to think about me. I don't care.
I just think...
There's my bottle of pills right there. You want me to grab them?
No. So, first of all, for the folks who only follow on Facebook, you don't know what we're talking about yet. And that's unfortunate that we talked about it before everyone knows the same story. But I'll just give a snippet that Jake and I were down doing some fencing early this week. And we were talking about just our mental health. Because Jake and I both struggle through very similar, do you even call it symptoms? We struggle through very similar symptoms, I think. And listen, I have said from the beginning, I'm not a spokesperson, y'all. I'm not a spokesperson for anything. But so I will say a lot of things wrong. But the one thing that I do admit, and it's easy to admit, is that I've gone through, and like a lot of people, I've gone through some things in life that have kind of done some weird things to my mind. And a lot of people have gone through there's a wide variety of different things that can trigger you to fall into a little, let's just call it a funk. And so it was very reassuring to be able to read those comments. And I tell you what, there were 2.9 thousand comments last time I checked. And I give you my word, I read every single one of them. There was not a comment that I didn't read. And there were some that just were very hard to read. There were some that were very lengthy to read. The emails and the people that can find your number and text you. But I'm going to say one thing. And I do not want to take over this live with Lester rambling on. But there was one thing that I kept seeing that really, it bothered me, because it was the same thing that I heard from my mom and my dad my entire life, is that you need to pray about it. You need to pray about it.
My gosh.
If you would get right with God, you wouldn't deal with stuff like that. And so I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, because I think that everyone's entitled to being who you choose to be, and that goes from everything to your religion to, I mean, you name it. But I don't think that it's as simple as what you're saying. I don't think it's that simple, because what you're saying is everyone that is holy and who believes in God will not struggle with things in life. They don't lose children. They don't lose loved ones. They don't hurt. They don't struggle with finances, and they don't go through divorces. And that's really ridiculous for you to try to say, if y'all would get better with God, if you get closer to God, then you wouldn't. So that I read that a number of times.
Well, think about it right now. So ours is like mental, right? So people can't really see what's wrong with you, but
that's the whole thing. They don't get it.
Yeah, they don't get it. So G's kind of laid up right now, right? So how would she feel if we just walked in and said, yeah, you should probably just pray about that?
Well, that's you know what, that's actually pretty powerful. Now, I don't like to throw anybody under the bus necessarily.
Well, no, I'm not throwing her. I'm just saying.
But at the same time, when you're as real as we've been about not having anyone our entire lives who gets it until we finally have each other.
Yeah.
Hey, I finally found someone who gets me, and Jake found someone that gets him. But it's true. It was. You would never, I would never tell somebody, well, the reason that you're going through this and this is because you don't do this or that. And that's what I've read. Now, not 3,000 comments. Most of the comments, I would say 95% of the comments were personal stories. And it feels so good to know that you're not alone. In anybody, no matter what your struggle is, it feels good to know that there's other people that are also going through your struggle and are trying to fight their way through whatever adversity. That's why they have support groups. That's why people have support groups and get in these big circles and have...
When did you post that video? 2 days ago?
That would have been 2 days ago. It comes out on Facebook tomorrow morning.
So I've probably had like real conversations with at least 15 to 20 different people that I now have that are in the same situation, that they can reach out to me and I can reach out to them. So we kind of built our own support group, and that's why I'm glad that we actually sat down and made the video and posted it and talked about it, because now like we're more relatable to other people, and it helps me to know that we're not just nuts. Like a lot of people have this thing that messes with their mind.
I wish I didn't have this. I mean, yeah, my life would be so much easier if I didn't have dark days. My life would be so much easier if I didn't have dark days. But everybody, there's people who are my age who are already or sick in the hospital with, or those that have struggled with different physical disabilities or different forms of abuse, and a lot of things that I've never had to deal with. And so I almost said this is my cross to bear. But there I go, get my cross to bear. You never heard that expression?
No.
This is my cross to bear. But no, I don't even want to throw anything religious into it. It's just my situation, and I'm guessing events in my life led up to this, or maybe not. There's a lot of folks that say, hey, that's hereditary. And there's also people in your family that probably suffer who never told anybody. They suffered their entire life and never talked about it.
I think it's just us two in our family.
I don't know, Jake. I don't know.
Unless
everyone.
they just won't talk about it.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. Think about it. My entire life, the only people that I talked to or tried to talk to would be mom or my dad, and they don't get it. So I get more therapy from talking here, just talking out loud and reading things that you guys say.
Yeah, you don't even need like a response necessarily, but you just need to say it to somebody. Like even if I just say it to that wall, I'd probably feel a lot better. Well,
we have learned that the animals give us a whole lot of therapy, and just spending time with the animals, keeping ourselves busy. Jake talked about it in the piece where he talked, we're just staying busy. If you just sit around and you dwell upon things, that can drive you crazy. So you gotta get up and you gotta get out and you gotta just put yourself and do things. And animals there's always something to do around the farm. There's always something to do. Always. And
we'll never finish work ever.
No, work will never finish ever. Because as soon as you get one project done, there's going to be something else. Mm-hmm. But I was encouraged by the video. It felt good to see how YouTube was going to react to it. Of course, YouTube, the actual company YouTube, did not monetize it. They refused to monetize it. And that's normally a Facebook tactic. Facebook doesn't want to monetize anything that could be perceived as controversial or, And I said, Jamie, it's not like political. It's not anything religious. It's just about something real. And Jake and I never told y'all what to do or what not to do. And then I started thinking maybe it was because of the fact that we said we had both taken ourselves off different medications because we felt they weren't working for us. And so I guess if I could go back and redo that video, I would say, talk to your doctor before you take yourself off any medications. Yeah. Because ultimately, maybe the medicines changed who we were, but they might have also made it to where we weren't so...
So everyone will always say that they'll notice that you're different before you notice that you're different, right?
Yeah. And that's what
they
really notice when you lose weight before you notice.
Yeah.
Or when you gain weight.
So that's so hard. You're sitting over here feeling like shit, and other people are thinking, "Oh yeah, he's doing great." When really in your own head, you're just you're just dark. You're just in a really bad spot, and that's the hard part. Is that you got to put on your little happy face and go outside.
So this is not related, but I feel like you feel something. Like you want to get a chair and sit together, or do you want to stand up?
No, I'm tired of standing.
Yeah, I bet you are. I have to be careful when I sit down that I don't sit from here and below on video, because I feel like I look like Buddha in some outfits.
What?
Buddha!
Buddha.
You know the
Yeah,
Buddha.
you don't look like Buddha.
I feel like in some outfits I have a Buddha belly.
Oh, you should get you an apron and hide all your blemishes and foundation.
Well, I got tattoos to help with all of that. I made it make them permanent. I got my Longhorn because I am Longhorn Lester, and then I got my, well, sheesh, I got my tears. But
You wanna raise your chair a little?
no, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh wait, do not take one of these during the live. They'll make you kind of sleepy.
Wait, you just took one?
I took 3.
Nerve tonic.
That's what it said is take 3. I did.
Shouldn't you have read the directions first? Mine says do not take these with alcohol.
Ew.
Whoopsie!
We gotta contact the Poison Control Center immediately.
Is the number on there at least?
Yeah, 911.
Yeah, there you go. Doo-doo-doo. You've reached a number that is no longer.
What if I just go out right now?
Don't, Jake.
You're
At least
alive.
I would hold you, but you have weirdness.
Yeah,
things
just
about
let
that.
me crash. We'll worry about that later.
Yeah, I know.
Finish it alive.
So, no, but I do. I really appreciate the folks that were so supportive of us, because even though I've discussed it minorly before, I think that was your first time. You and I did do a gift and goodie one time where we kind of similarly talked about sometimes people that are as outgoing on the outside can sometimes be suffering the most on the inside. And that was, I think, as far as you've ever hinted around to some of the stuff that you and me deal with. But I also noticed how many people suffer through anxiety attacks, panic attacks.
Yeah.
And how they can feel like you're having a heart attack. They can actually make you feel like you're having a heart attack. And so if I had to give anyone any advice to my experiences only, this is my experience, you may or may not agree, and if you disagree, by all means say so. People need to know. But I think that if you can learn in life what triggers, if you can learn in life what triggers, because there are things that trigger in me the everything, you have to take yourself out of those situations and refuse to put yourself back in those situations.
Do you know what your triggers are?
I do. I feel like by me talking about my triggers might not be fair to everybody, because I would rather not talk about my triggers, but I know my triggers.
Okay,
I know
I
my
have
triggers.
no idea what my triggers are.
You have no idea.
No idea. That's why that day that I was sitting at work, like I was just sitting in a cubicle, I don't know why it happened, but it just happened. And my doctor said that it could be things in the back of your mind that you don't know. And at that time, I was just now, bought a new house. Brindley was being born. Like all that stuff. She said it could be things in your subconscious that you don't even know that are attacking you.
Huh.
So I never knew that neither. So that kind of freaked me out too. Because I was telling her, like, if I can just figure out what it is, then can I just like stop it from happening? But no, it's not that easy either. You can't stop it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just try to avoid triggers, and believe it or not, triggers are not mean comments. I don't like mean comments, but they do not trigger me into a depression funk.
No,
I actually have learned to laugh at mean comments, and so even though we don't like
bringing attention to it,
we should not bring attention to it. Don't think that we don't all screenshot them and pass them around and make fun of the people sending those comments.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, all of the folks who are sending at least these pages, all of the Morrow pages, the mean comments, no matter what you may say your name is on there, and Bad Bandit 5600 or whatever, it doesn't matter. The things that you say, you're being laughed at, really. Because ultimately, if you were busy enough in your own life to be doing something productive, like making your own live videos, or running your own farm, or doing anything in your life productive, you wouldn't have time to sit there on the internet and bash people for doing things
and
wrong.
hop around the 6 or 7 different pages that we have and say hateful things.
So I encourage you, if you find yourself sitting there saying negative things about people, not building people up, instead trying to put them down, then you should find something to be more productive, because that is truly a waste of life. And that was kind of mean, wasn't it?
Nope.
That was mean.
No, it wasn't.
I know that was mean. I should not have said that. I want to take all of that back. Oh, sheesh, it's a lie. So I talked to Jake and I both. We try to branch out because we know that for the success of our page, we have to branch out and collaborate with other creators. And so having all of us Maros here is awesome. We can share ideas, things that work, things that don't work. But ultimately, we are all right here, and we kind of, in a way, have the same content as far as the same characters. So what distinguishes all of us is pretty much only the fact that we all tell our stories in different ways, you know? And so we've been branching out, and everyone knows that me and Jake brag about our blooming relationship with Daniel Arms and Jason Smith. Oh boy, do I always brag about my text.
I don't even care.
Talk about screenshots. Talk about
I'm
screenshots.
friends with I'm a Survivor here, and he's talking about Daniel Arms all the time. What?
I am your biggest supporter. You should know that.
Yeah.
I am your biggest supporter, and I support you more. There's not a person on this page or on this channel who supports you more. Okay, well, I don't support you with $19.99. I don't do that. I will not send Jake $19.99.
Here's your phone.
Unless Daniel Arms does.
Somebody sent $100 earlier, so you got to do 101.
No, I will only.
Sorry.
I will only try to outbid Daniel. That's the only guy I'm not gonna let.
Please, Daniel.
Outdo me. No.
Please be in here. I'll send you your money back. We just got to get him good. Oh my God.
I have problems with doing a check by phone, and that's the hard part about me trying to give you money is they don't take checks by phone, or at least not from my account.
Check my phone.
My credit cards are all declined, and PayPal, they don't recognize my email anymore.
Oh,
So it's a check by phone or nothing, Jake.
okay.
So I'm
I don't even
kidding,
know what that
obviously.
means. What the heck is a check by phone?
I'm reading a lot of long comments, so I probably feel like people are saying things they would like to share, but because we're so far away, I can't see that far. And if we scoot closer, all you're going to see are my wrinkles or my eye tattoos.
Do you have Apple Pay?
Do I have Apple Pay? Is someone asking me, do I have Apple Pay?
Uh-huh.
No.
That's the only thing I can't read these. These are way too little. I need glasses, probably. I should probably go to the eye doctor.
Listen, in a way, I employ Jake. So I can't be giving him tips also. There's something inappropriate about that.
No, there's not. It's called a pay raise.
A pay raise.
A pay raise.
All right, well, I'll give you a pay raise when you stop leaving the water on all day.
Oh my God.
You want to talk about that?
Nope.
There's a video coming out because I made it today.
It was not my fault.
It was not your fault.
Uh-oh.
I had to go get some supplies. So me and Jamie go off to get our supplies, and Jake was going to do a couple of jobs around the house when we were gone.
What were those couple of jobs?
You were going to clean out the water trough.
No. Start at the beginning of the jobs.
Okay. You were going to come down and use a tractor to rake out the barn. What? What's wrong? What am I forgetting about?
Nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think you've had too much nerve
No,
tonic.
keep telling the story.
No, give me some nerve tonic.
Because I had to go down while you were running errands. I had to feed. I had to do all these jobs by myself. And then one little thing happened, and it wasn't even my fault. Okay, now you can continue. Because you left out the part where I did all the work. But yeah,
all right,
ahead.
so I admit, well, actually, in my video, I actually deposited before I withdrew. You know what that means? You cannot take money out of the bank if you've not deposited money first, right? And so I talked about how blessed we are to have you, and how does it really take 3? Seriously?
Yeah, really.
All right.
So when you edit that video, just cut it out after you talk about what a blessing I am. It's perfect.
I could do that, but
But you're not going to.
well, I'm not going to. Anyway, it's I'll save for the video, but I will say this: I came home and there was water all over the corral, and So in that process of Jake raking the barn and doing a few of the things, oh my God, stop messaging me. Okay. Hold on, Jamie's sending a text.
Are we in trouble?
No,
What did we do?
I cannot believe she wants me to talk about this.
What?
All right, Jamie has this book, and this book is thought-provoking questions.
Oh,
And
no.
here's a really good one
This is for me to answer?
for us both to answer.
Okay.
And this is very easy for me to answer, but we have to also give an explanation. Let's scoot a little bit closer.
Oh,
I want to read some comments
boy.
here. I want to read comments. Okay.
Oh, I gotta lift my chair up a little.
Are you ready for this one, Jake? Oh no, did I wipe off my tattoo? All right. If by chance you get caught out in public completely nude,
I'm gonna continue on doing my normal thing.
do you use your hands to cover your privates or your face? Oh man, that's a good one. I don't know why Jamie has to always make everything about adult stuff. Why
yeah,
can't
really.
Jamie
Why can't we just have
be
appropriate?
kid friendly? I just wish
appropriate
Jamie could
questions.
remember that we are a family friendly page and keep it that way.
Why not like a question like, would you rather have burgers or hot dogs? You know, like why we gotta talk
Jamie?
about private parts?
So how come a lot of these women are saying you cover your face, cover your face, cover your face, cover your face?
Because they want to see the privates.
Oh, they want us to cover our face. So y'all want to see the privates, but you just don't want to see this. Oh, y'all want to...
I'm a Butterface. Everything is perfect but my face.
Say that one more time.
It
Jake,
only works for a girl.
Jake says that he's a Butterface.
A Butterface.
Everything is perfect but her face.
But
Except for her face.
But
But-
I'm a man.
Okay, okay.
I'm a Butter's face.
All right, Jake. So...
If you
man.
have any more of those are good.
Well, we got to answer this one over here first.
I already did.
All right, so let's just pretend. Here we go. Just pretend that we took some of that nerve toxins, and next thing you know,
Not toxins. We're gonna die of these toxins.
we took some nerve tonic.
Tonic.
I got the giggles. That's not good. He can get the giggles and get over it. If I get the giggles,
Yeah,
I'm done.
it's
I'm
over.
done. Seriously, I'm done. So we took enough of those nerve toxins,
Tonic.
and now we find ourselves waking up in the middle of Walmart. You wake up and you're in the middle of Walmart
probably wasn't
and
the
you
best
are
example.
butt naked.
Walmart probably wasn't a good example. Have you seen the people that go to Walmart?
No, we'd be in a YouTube video.
Fit in.
We'd be in a YouTube video, Jake. They say people of Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Longhorn
There's a
Mustard.
website called peopleofwalmart.com. Have
Yeah.
you ever seen that?
I have, Jake. That's one of my favorite channels to watch, actually. And then I go to Walmart trying to add content. I go to Walmart trying to add content to it. No one ever videos me. I've never found myself in those videos, but I'm wearing Crocs and socks and stuff like this.
Oh
But
my God.
anyway, Jake, I'm serious. I want you to answer the question.
Okay,
You
I'll-
wake up in Walmart. Seriously. What if you're on the depends on what aisle you're on.
Okay. What?
What if you're on like the female aisle? Okay, I'm done.
Oh my God. I don't know. I
Jake,
don't know what I would
I
cover.
cannot believe I'm saying this, but if you woke up and you're on the female aisle, like the underclothes, the undergarments, the panties
Okay.
and bras.
Please, you gotta
Please
finish the
answer that question, Jake.
You
Answer the
gotta finish
question.
the question.
Oh. Oh. No, if you wake up at Walmart and you're butt naked, stop laughing. It's going to mess with me. I'm already sweaty.
I'm not gonna look at you. I'm not gonna look at you.
Listen, if
Oh
I...
shit.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Seriously, I really want to know this. I have to know. My makeup's going to run if we're not careful.
I wish mine would run as mascara's been on for 2 days.
If you wake up at Walmart and you're butt naked, do you obviously run out or run to the restroom or something, but do you run covering your privates or do you run covering your face? And I says, maybe it depends on what aisle you wake up on. Because if you wake up like
It
in the
depends on
female,
who's around.
the panties and bras, you're going to be like different than if you wake up in the hardware.
Why
What?
do you have to say hardware?
Oh, I don't know. That just, my mind does that kind of stuff to me. My mind does that kind of stuff to
I
me.
think I would cover. I'd probably. I don't know if I'd even cover anything. I think I would just sprint. I wouldn't worry about covering. I just have to just run.
So I would be kind of so.
Wait, we have two hands for a reason. We can go up and down, up and down. It would work. You can do both.
No, but would hold on. This is gonna sound dumber, but wouldn't you want to cover your front and your behind? Like cover your butt and your front and back.
I'm not worried about my butt.
I don't know why, but I'd want to cover my butt and my front. I'd want to cover both. Why did Jamie do that? What kind of See, we thought we were the sickos here. We thought we were the sickos, and we're not the sickos. Jamie's at home reading this stuff, trying to.
Please text us another question. These are great.
Jamie, Jake wants another question, but one that we can actually talk about and not just get all goofy. Could some of y'all tell us what you would do? All I'm seeing is smiling faces, and someone said hardware. Hardware. All right, my phone's chiming. Let's see what she comes up with this time. Oh no!
Oh my gosh, that is not Jamie.
So I told you guys that I have friends in high places. This is Ben from the Urban Ranch. Urban Ranch. Y'all, please tell me you watch Urban Ranch
that's
Rescue.
Kevin?
Kevin is not the owner. Kevin is the mean Rhea who attacks Ben. Ben is the Lester of Urban Ranch Rescue. Ben is the owner of Urban Ranch Rescue, and he is as big as, I'm sorry to say this, Jake, but he's actually bigger than Daniel Arms in the social media realm. Sorry, Daniel, I still love you, and you're still my boy. No, Daniel is my boy. Get me in
touch with Kendall Gray.
But Jake needs you to get him in touch with Kendall Gray. And all I want is, so Ben from Urban Ranch Rescue and I have been chit-chatting about some possibilities of collaborating. And I'll tell you why. Because the reason that you collaborate with other YouTube and Facebook creators is because it helps your page grow. And so what me and Jake have over here, along with Jamie, Bree, my dad, and Kim, did I leave anybody out? Ellie. Well, Ellie, duh. This is a business. This is a business. And so you want your business to grow. And so how it grows, at some point, once you reach a number, and the numbers that we all have fluctuate, you lose a few, you gain a few. And so, we have our numbers, but you want your business to grow and be able to reach a wider audience. And so sometimes people will collaborate, like, Arms and Cog Hill. And all of a sudden, people who watch Daniel, but who do not watch Jason, they'll begin to share each other. Mm-hmm. And then people who watch this example, so I just talked about Ben from Urban Ranch Rescue. If you go to his channel and you watch what he's doing there in the city of Waco here in Texas, and you'll see the struggles that he has in an urban environment, but trying to have an animal rescue, a farm animal rescue, and the challenges, then you may actually enjoy his page. And then what you will do is you'll subscribe to him and begin to follow him, and his page will grow. And so what I would hope is at some point, Ben would also talk about I'm a Survivor or Shirtless Jake Homestead, and then some of his people may come to us. Some will like us and some won't, but our page grows. And so that's how you get growth when you're in social media. Ben is texting me like crazy. So here's something that Lana Banana is what I call her. She is the sweet lady. I got to turn the ringer off. It's driving me crazy. Lana, she's not driving me crazy, but the other texters are driving me crazy.
Oh, Jamie?
No, Lana says women need 3 hands for that scenario. They need one. Oh, more.
We have more than one front. Is that
Lana says women need at least 3 hands because they have more back. Is that funny to you?
That's horrible.
Lana, Lana's not concerned with covering her face at all. She wants one hand for her front, but two for her back.
Oh.
And so, okay, I don't know why. Does that embarrass you, Jake?
Nope.
I think Lana's right. I never thought of it that way. But for the most part, women would probably need two hands to cover their backsides.
No, two for the front.
No! One for the front.
Huh?
Jake, women only need one for the front. Oh! Oh! Oh!
You've
Hold on.
been missing out on half of a body your
Yeah.
whole life.
I forgot about that.
Women need three hands. We have more than
Okay,
front
whoopsie.
Yeah.
So I misread that. Lana, who runs Sanctuary Tales, which is a love of animals here at the farm, she says women need three hands because they have to do this, and then they have to have one for there. But Jake, will you get over there and demonstrate how women can kind of like put their legs together and run and be okay?
I don't know how to do that.
You could try.
I can't.
I think that women can kind of like do like,
You gotta tuck it.
yeah. Yeah, like
You
this.
cannot run. You gotta run with it. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That'll work. That's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, shoot, Taffy.
There you go. So there you go, ladies. If y'all ever wake up naked at Walmart, that's how you get out of there
That's how you do it.
without everyone. Now, they're going to see your face, and you're probably going to be on that website, Women of Walmart, or People of Walmart.
Hey,
So,
why cover up? Everybody's done recorded you anyway. I mean, what's it matter?
yeah, well, like my grandpa said, my grandpa, this is my dad's dad, he would never knock. He did not believe in knocking on someone's door.
Oh, God.
And so Pops, that's what we call them, Pops. This is a good story. My dad should tell the story sometime. My grandpa would just come over to your house and he would walk right in. And there were times when my mom may not have been decent. And he would walk right in and he'd catch her in her bra or panties, whatever, you know. And she'd be like, Pops, you know, whatever. And he'd be like, I done seen plenty of them in my life. And so that was funny. I don't even
Yeah,
know
you've
why.
probably seen a lot of them because you don't knock. He just walks on in.
Well, yeah, when you walk into people's houses, you're going to see plenty of them. Jake, get another beer? Or is that the last one?
No, I got it.
Jake, would you tell everyone that life lesson that I taught you about beers? I taught you a life lesson about beers.
You did?
Remember I told you that you can never, ever, ever show up at a man's house.
Oh, yes, without a beer. Well,
No.
without two beers, one for you and one for him.
Yeah, no. So Jake would often come over to hang out and visit and see what videos are going on or what we're going to do tomorrow or whatever. And he'd always bring a beer with him. And I says, Jake, I says, that's not cool. Not cool, Jake. When you go to a man's house with a beer, you take that man a beer. And so y'all have the beer together. You don't walk around having a beer and make that guy just watch you. That's just not cool. So not cool Jake moment, number 12.
12?
At least 12. Don't make me list them all.
counting?
Jake, I video everything. I just haven't videoed that one yet.
It's alright. I have a little plan. I have a plan I'm working on.
So someone asked me what's my favorite beer, or is that for you? They just said, what's your favorite beer?
Mine?
I guess it's, well, hey, where's my phone?
I don't know. Oh, right here.
I gotta see what Jamie told us for our next question.
I like Coors Light, Corona,
Oh,
Dos
oh,
Equis.
my God.
What?
No, I'm all domestic, y'all. I am all domestic. So I'm from Texas. Oh, this is a great
I'm
question.
drinking a Corona.
Because that's all you gave me. This is a great question to see how much you know about Texans. What is the Texans' beer of choice for most people, not the Jake type? So I want to see it over here in the comments.
Oh my gosh, if they say what I think they're going to
They
say.
better.
this is
They better.
horrible.
They better say it. What do the majority
There we
of
go.
Texans
I've seen
drink?
it pop up on the screen.
Okay, so as a matter of fact, a lot of people don't know.
No.
I'm sorry, a lot of you guys. I'm not going to try to call out any names. But Jake, what would you say more Texans drink than any of those that people are saying?
Bush. You don't think so?
You don't even know because you've been drinking imported beers your whole life.
What do you? What the
Listen,
what?
Miller Lite.
Stop! I love Miller Lite, but I can't drink Miller Lite anymore. You know
Miller,
why?
I don't know, but I don't care. But if you're a real Texan, then you drink
No.
Miller Lite.
The other day I went to the store. I went to Valero and I was gonna get Miller Lite, and it said on the box. First of all, it had a big old blue star. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then it said official beer of the Dallas Cowboys, and I was like, I'm not drinking that loser beer. There ain't no way I'm drinking. There ain't no way I'm drinking Miller Lite anymore. It's sponsored by the Cowboys.
I don't know why you hate the Cowboys so bad. I mean, they're not our favorite team, but they're still a Texas team, so you gotta show that. So I think that there would be a very close race between Bud and Miller. And so for everyone who's saying Bud, Miller, Miller, Bud, okay, I think that you're both right on track. So when you go to any of our, I almost said beer joints, but any of our alcohol facilities, you have your coolers, and the majority of you'll have an entire cooler full of your Buds, Bud Lights, and different products from Budweiser, and another large side full of everything from Miller Lite, whatever. And then you'll have small Michelobs, small, whatever this is, Coronas. You'll have small sections for those. But it's obvious, by a huge majority, Budweiser's products or Miller products. Huh?
Everyone's saying go Pack Go because the Cowboy beer.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I'm just glad that the LA East team, the Chiefs, lost, because I did not want to drive LA to Kansas City again for a parade.
Yeah, really. I'm kind of glad the Packers didn't go neither, because I'm not about to go sit up in the cold. Wait, where's the Super Bowl at this year?
Well, I knew until you asked me, then I forgot.
Is it in Tampa Bay?
So if Paw Paw is posting at night, the way someone said, I'm not being mean, but Paw Paw, he gets sometimes overwhelmed, and he didn't schedule. Instead of didn't schedule, he pressed publish, because Paw Paw would never post at night unless it was some kind of something major.
Like an emergency.
Paw Paw wouldn't do that. And well, when we say emergency, it's not an emergency. Paw Paw would never stop an emergency to let y'all know there's an emergency.
Oh, yeah.
But what he would do is say something like, I think that one time he said, just letting y'all know Ivan's doing fine, or Ivan, because there were so many emails and stuff. But if my dad posts at night, then it's because he pushed the wrong button. And we have told him not to unpush it, because it'll still be there in the morning. When you wake up and you're used to your 5 o'clock Paw Paw, coffee with Paw Paw, it's still going to be there. So fine, you made a mistake on when to publish it or when to post it, and that happens sometimes. So I don't know if that person said that so that everyone will leave and go watch Paw Paw, because 100 people left that fast.
Yeah, really. I'm
sitting here and I'm watching, I'm trying to read the comments, and I'm also watching the numbers, and I'm just so impressed at, the numbers that Jake's page pulls, and they mentioned Paw Paw just posted a video, and all of a sudden, and that's funny. Sorry, Jake.
No, that's all right. That's fine. Y'all go watch Pop's video. I'm about done here.
Oh, no, Jake. I'm only halfway done with this beer.
All right, cool. All
right, let's read another question. Well, I'm finding a question.
Good. She finally texted us. I
Yeah,
didn't know she
can you do your little run one more time so everyone can see it? Do your little run where your front is covered, and you gotta. There you go. Yeah, like that. Turn around and run the other way too, so we can see what's from the back side.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Why is your hand like in your crack? Seriously.
I know it's not.
No, it was.
No, it's blocking.
Now it is. The first time it wasn't.
Well, look, my legs were crossed.
Why was your hand going?
I got all kind of tangled.
Sit down, Jake. Just sit down.
Listen, I'm not a female. I don't have.
All right, Jake. Now, don't just stop already.
All right, well, cheers.
Okay, so the last question that we're going to talk about, as long as you like these kind of questions.
Yeah.
Because look, everyone has finally come back. They went to Paw Paw's video. Nah, it's not an emergency. I'm going to go back and watch. Paw Paw must have realized his mistake. So Paw Paw's problem is he gives everyone his personal information.
Yeah.
And so my dad, my poor dad, I love my dad, but I tell you what, he doesn't get social media as far as everyone not respecting your boundaries. And so my dad's phone rings all day. And he doesn't, you hear Carl?
Yeah.
My dad will not turn his phone ringer off. He won't put it on vibrate, but it rings all day, yet he never answers. And if anyone says, who is it? He goes, it's probably one of, the people that follow the page. He gives out his information, and he actually talks to people. And then if you have people following your page, then they all want to call you, they all want to email you. And that's sweet and that's great, but I believe that my dad gets overwhelmed. It makes him overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. And so that's something that we all had to learn, and all of us have had to learn this. It was really neat at the beginning when you first got a little bit of a following on your Facebook or whatever to accept everybody as a friend.
Yeah.
Man, you see your numbers grow to 5,000 and then they max out and you're like, yeah, boy, I got 5,000. But here's the problem. We don't really know you. And so all of a sudden, the people that you know, who you really do know, like your neighbors, your family, they get pushed down to the bottom of that stack. Uh-huh. And all these new friends who may be friends as far as social media goes, you don't know what you're watching. And your Facebook becomes all strangers.
So I was talking about that the other day with somebody, and she asked me, she said, isn't it weird that everybody knows everything about you, yet anyone you talk to, you don't know anything about? And, I never really thought about it, but yeah, every single day we put every single thing that we do all day long.
Oh, I don't put everything, Jake.
Well, not everything.
Not everything.
But we put a lot of our life out there, so people do know actually who we are. So whenever we first talk to someone, they know that we like this, and this, and this is what we do, and this is what we do for fun, and this is how we work. We don't know anything about them. So,
no, you don't. You really don't. And all we know is what they share in comments. And so,
would you rather lose your wallet or your phone?
Oh, that's a good question. Would you rather lose your wallet or your phone? Don't forget that though, but I want to add one thing to that. So the fact that we quote unquote put everything out there is difficult because we don't, and you know that we don't put everything out there because here, I'm going to say something and I'm saying it on your live, not on mine. Thank God. But I believe that a lot of people like to think that because they look up to the videos, they look up to our love for the animals, they may look up to our relationships with other family members, and they like to think that we are a perfect family. And we're not. We're not. And we're not.
No.
This family is nowhere close to perfect. I mean, we may be the most dysfunctional family you've ever followed or watched.
We are. We might
and
be.
So you can talk and laugh about the Kardashians and all their drama, but really you don't want to know the drama that happens right here on this hill. You would not feel the same about us if you knew all of the drama that has happened and happens on this hill. And so what we do in our videos is put things that can continue those feel-good moments, that can continue putting a smile on your face, continue telling a story about the animals. And even though Jake and I may have revealed some things about us that were personal, we would never want to air out all of the family's dirty laundry because that would make you feel differently, I'm afraid. That would make you realize that, oh, the Morrows are like my family. The Morrows are not. And that may make you not feel the same about us. And there's nobody on this hill who's, one thing that we do respect is the fact that we would never bash each other. No matter what I'm feeling about Jake or an argument with Jamie or Bree or my dad or L.E. or Sister Kim, that's between us. That's not between me and you. Unless it affects something between you and me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously. If it affects something that we're going to do, here's an example that we've talked about is Longhorn Leicesters. You already know that I'm probably going to eventually have to invest money in Longhorn Leicesters. And it's not a knock on my dad. It's not a knock on my dad. It's not. But it's the fact that my dad already has land that he uses to run his bulls and his heifers, and the land that my cows are lucky to run on now isn't mine. It doesn't belong to me. So I'm not trying to say anything against my dad. The fact that I'm going to have to eventually invest in Longhorn Lusters. It's not a bash. It's just because that affects you and me. Mm-hmm. And so you talk about that. What have you talked about that Facebook and YouTube need to know because it affects, besides our stuff from this week? Anything ever?
I don't think so. I keep it very light and fun.
Well, so I can add something if you don't mind me talking about it. But So when you rescued Copper, so everyone knows that Copper was Jake's his first rescue, right? But one thing Jake never thought about was the difficulties in convincing family members to give him a place to raise Copper. Mm-hmm. He had no idea. Jake thought that, man, there's, hundreds of acres here. But it wasn't until he got Copper and got Copper home that he realized that no one was willing, not really, to allow him a place for Copper. And so we finally made it to where we got Copper neutered, and we brought him over to the sanctuary where Jake sees him every day. But I don't think that was your vision when you went to rescue Copper. No. I assume that your vision was you're going to start your own farm animal rescue type thing.
Yeah, until everybody told me no.
But he was told no, told okay, but only for a little while. And so sometimes we have to reveal and talk about issues that may be family related, but we never want to air out the family's dirty laundry. I would feel horrible if anyone was saying things about me.
Yeah, me too.
That were personal or whatever, but anyway. Okay, so what would you rather, if you had to lose one, would it be your wallet or your phone?
My wallet, because my card is on my phone anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so I got around that one. Did she text you another one? Because I seen her comment that one on the...
She commented it? Mm-hmm. And then someone wanted us to talk about it?
No, I just seen it pop up whenever it did.
So I'm thinking about my wallet, and so you have, your credit card, and you have your driver's license, and whatever cash you have, if you have any cash. I almost never carry cash, and your debit card. So those are the only important things in my wallet. And so if I was to lose my wallet, I'd have to go to the DPS office and wait in line for a new license. I guess you can't do that online. I don't know. I'd have to call and cancel the credit card and my bank for my debit card. And then have to wait 2 weeks or so until I get a new one in the mail. But if you lost your phone, I don't do the iCloud stuff. Do you do anything kind of a backup system? Mm-hmm. I have no backup.
If I lose my phone,
so I wouldn't know anyone's phone number. I would lose all of my pictures, all of my videos.
Wait, I remember all phone numbers in my head. So I know.
What's my phone number? Don't lie.
You don't want me to say it on the live.
Huh?
You don't want me to say it on the live.
Oh, but do you remember my phone number?
The end of it is 0152.
Oh my God! He does know my phone number. I don't know how you would know that.
I know everyone's phone number around here.
That's impressive, because in the old days, and I say old days like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there were pay phones. And so we knew people's numbers. And so what's wrong?
I was looking for my phone. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, your phone's right there recording. And so if you lost your, or you didn't have a phone then, but you would just stop at a payphone and you knew your parents' numbers, if you were dating somebody or if you're married to somebody, you knew all the important numbers in your head. Mm-hmm. And then you always had a place, a notepad or something you would write down other numbers that you would not memorize. Yeah. How about that?
I know G, Pop, Mom, Dad, you, Jamie, Bree, Laramie. I know everyone's... Because if that's what I was doing,
but you don't know what you had for lunch today.
No, I can scroll through my text messages. It's just gonna be a bunch of numbers, and that's how I do it. So if somebody texts me that I haven't talked to in a long time, I have to reread the conversation, be like, "Oh yeah, this is John. This is what we were doing," and then I'll know who it was. But
all right, well listen, this has gone over an hour, but I want to do one thing. I would like Jake to do something to earn $20.
What?
I want Jake to earn $20. No, I will let. What will you do to help Jake earn $20. That's what I want to know. Jake, if you are willing to donate $20 to Jake, ask him to do something, and you're going to keep your word and give him $20.
Come on, what do I gotta do?
One thing, just one thing.
Oh, so is it one thing question mark? How many things do you want? What can I do? Oh, someone said sing karaoke. Jake twerking? You want me to twerk or
Okay,
sing?
there we go.
Push-ups. I'll do push-ups.
Oh, boring.
Come on. Push-ups.
Pet Tex.
No, hell no, I'm not shaving my beard. No
Shave
way.
his beard. Dirty dance.
Dirty dance.
Eat. What'd that saying? Eat what?
Twerk. Why is everyone saying twerk?
Go get Pablo, sing, twerk.
If I see the 20, no, that was 1999. I need a penny, or I'm not doing it.
No, you're gonna do it for Becca. Okay,
Oh
Becca.
my God.
Becca.
What am I doing on twerking?
You're gonna twerk and then tell her a joke. Everyone stop sending money. We already got it. All right, Jake. Twerk. We're gonna turn around so we can see.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it one better. I'm gonna do it upside down.
No one can see.
You better watch out.
That is the grossest thing you've ever
I don't
done.
know how to twerk.
Well, you gotta see the other side. Do the other. Twerking is backwards,
Yeah,
Jake.
that was backwards, wasn't it?
No, that was your
There
front.
we go. All right, come on, next to that.
No, go upside down, but backwards.
Oh, this way.
Yes, Jake.
All right.
That's not twerking. That's moving your feet around. Oh gosh, that hurts. Stop.
Okay. Woo.
All right.
I'm busy.
He earns his
I'm
$20.
gonna pass out.
Now, do you know any jokes? What in the Jake?
Hold on.
Someone just sent you a 20
Time out.
and 100.
Pam Estridge, thank you so.
Aw.
Oh, she says just be yourself.
That is
Just-
himself. Seriously, he did that for nothing.
Yeah,
because
no,
he would
really.
do that no matter what.
I'd have done that anyway.
Jake will do that kind of
Honestly.
stuff no matter what. He will do that no matter what. Jake, can you go back because there was another 20 and I missed it. It was before the 100.
I wish it was
Keep going. No, a lot. Go a lot. Everyone stop sending money. No more monies. No more monies. Keep going. No, keep going. That was 100. Oh, right there.
Oh, it was KMB 127503111.
What do you want him to do, KMB? So you have to tell us a joke. We want to hear a joke.
A joke?
Do you know any jokes?
No, not off the top of my head.
All right, so I'll tell the joke for Jake, if that counts. You may want your money back. So this is funny. You ready, Jake?
Someone said we need to arm wrestle for $20.
You don't want me and Jake to arm wrestle, but whatever. Listen, a little piece of string.
Oh no, I got a joke.
Can I finish mine
Yeah,
first?
okay.
A little piece of string goes into a bar. And the bartender sitting there looking around at all the patrons, all the guys sitting there drinking. And there at the end of the stool, he says, we don't serve strings here. You need to get on out. And so that little string was like all upset, but that little string hops off the bar stool and he walks out of the bar. And so a little bit later, so what Jamie's saying is people keep asking the same question and they've been blocked. Guys, don't repeat the same question because Jamie's having to, we call that spamming. You spamming Jake's live. And so you've asked a question, we've moved on from that. And so let's just stop asking the same question 100 times. And so anyway, so the next day that little string pops in there again. That little string walks up to the bar, gets on the bar stool, says, 1 beer, please. Bartender, big old gruff guy, looks over, he goes, hey, I done told you, we don't serve strings here, now get out of my bar. Little string just feels all dejected. He turns, puts his little shoulders down and he hops out of the bar, Well, that third day, that string got smart. And so, this joke can go 2 ways.
Oh God.
That little string got himself and he tied himself in like a little knot.
Okay.
And he took the little top and he kind of like did his little hair like this over here.
Okay.
And so that little string hopped into the bar and he jumped up on that bar stool and he goes, I'd like a beer, please. And that bartender looked at him and goes, I done told you, this is the 3rd time. We don't serve strings here. He goes, I'm afraid not. Really?
Oh my god.
Was that a real laugh?
I'm afraid not.
Get it?
Yeah, because he's
Frayed
tired.
his hair. He's a knot.
tired and he frayed it. Yeah.
I'm afraid not. I'm
Alright,
not
hold on,
ashamed.
hold on. I gotta scroll back up because I'm not excited about this one.
Well, my joke went
Jennifer-
totally over your head.
No, it didn't. You said afraid not.
Oh.
This is horrible. Jennifer Patterson, please take it back. Please take it back. She
Hold
says.
on. Jennifer wants you to hug your uncle. Now listen, Jake has so even though my love language is touch.
Wait, doesn't it count what you did to me in the yard earlier when you
Stop
grabbed
talking
me?
about that. Stop talking about that. That was in the yard, don't count. Jennifer wants me and Jake to hug each other, and I will hug him gladly because Jake is my nephew. And so there's different ways we can hug. Here, we can do it this way.
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect.
Y'all like that?
All right, that's another one.
Or I can do like his big uncle and just grab him like this over here. Like, come here, boy. Come here. Yeah, look at that. It's your uncle. Get a little hit.
Okay.
Watch. It's better.
I'm exiting out.
Yeah. You like that?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then look.
No.
Yeah. Wedgie, baby. Woo. Oh man.
All right, you just wait until tomorrow at 12. Your live is tomorrow.
Oh no,
yeah,
you're
you
not.
forgot about that.
No, Jake. Oh
Yeah.
no. I'm gonna lock the door. Jake got a wedgie.
Oh my god.
What do you call those? He got a
A
wet.
wet willy.
He got a wet willy, a wedgie, a bear
I've
hug,
been so violated tonight. Y'all paid for me to be violated.
and he got a noogie. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I just pulled total uncle card. I did all that
Yeah,
stuff.
that was horrible.
Jake, let me say one thing before we log out. As talking about our relationship, everyone gives Jake a hard time because he's scared of the dark, right?
Yeah.
And Jake will admit that he is scared of the dark. But do y'all know why he's scared of the dark? Because from the time he was a little bitty guy, I mean like a little guy, and he'd walk over to Uncle Lester's house because he wanted to hear scary stories. He loved to hear scary stories. So he'd sit down and I would get up and say, okay. And I would tell them some scary stories. Man, I would tell some scary stories. I would create some I would read at school and come back and tell them. And he would go home just in tears. And his mom would, Sister Lou would call over and she'd be like, stop telling Jake stories. He's scared to go outside. He's scared to go to his room. He won't even run over to Gigi's house. And, I'm like, okay, Lou, it wasn't that scary. I tell my kids at school all the time. Next day, here comes Jake. Hey, tell me a story. I'm
What?
like,
How did I say it?
will you tell me a story? Uncle Hector, will you tell me a story? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
like-
I couldn't say L's. They all came out
No,
as W's.
he couldn't say L, so I was like, yeah, I'll tell you a story. So I would sit there and I would tell him a story. I'd say, okay, so once upon a
I
time,
should have invited Jamie. I'm kind of embarrassed.
I would tell him a story. It's hot in here, y'all. It's getting hot because we're laughing so much. I would tell him a story, and he'd go home crying again. And Lou would call me. She goes, Lester, stop telling him stories. He goes over there because he wants to play with L.E., but stop telling him stories. And I was like, okay, Lou, sheesh. A couple of days later, here he comes. Uncle Hector would tell me a story. Anyway, so the problem is I psychologically jacked him up for life.
What's wrong with me?
Here he is at the age of 26 or 27, whatever he is.
26.
He's 26, and I have told him so many scary stories that now he's terrified of the dark. And so I think I did that. So anyway, I have great scary stories. That's probably one of my specialties is my scary
Maybe
stories.
next week you can tell a scary story.
I will do that on my live. I'm not going to come to your live and take over and tell scary stories and keep you out of making your prison food.
Oh gosh, I think that Laffy Taffy must have gave us the giggles tonight or something.
Whew, or that toxic that we took, that nerve toxic.
Yeah, that toxic. You know what? I'm gonna start taking that every Tuesday. That was good stuff.
That was good stuff.
That was.
I just want to say that for those that were worried about me and Jake, guys, we're fine. Jake and I have made a pact, a deal with each other that if he or I ever feel in the slump, if we ever are having a dark moment, then we have given each other our word. And as our word here in Texas means something. I think that there's people in this world that their word means everything. And so when someone gives you their word, then that's everything. That's their essence. And Jake will talk to me and let me know what he's thinking and what he's feeling. And I will talk to him and tell him how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking, because we would never leave this world without telling each other goodbye. That sounds so morbid, but we made a deal. And so you can rest assured that we're fine. We have bad days, guys. We're going to have bad days. And for the number of people who also struggle with different illnesses, mental illnesses, we're going to have bad days. But what we do is we find a reason to push forward, and we will always need to lean on each other, like Jake said, and to kind of help you move, past certain roadblocks along the way. One lady said that she and her daughter both suffer very similar to you and me, and they both had similar thoughts, but they made a pact that they would never, ever, 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 ever leave this world without talking about it to each other first. And so they both went and got tattoos, and it said, "Not today, not today." And I thought that was powerful. And so, yeah, me and Jake have our issues, and we've had the dark thoughts, like I think a lot of y'all probably have for different reasons. But you know what? Not today, y'all. Me and Jake are fine, so don't worry about us. We're going to keep bringing y'all videos and more videos and more videos, and I'll keep doing those nookies and those wet willies and those wedgies.
And a wedgie on a live. Oh my gosh. That can't be deleted. I can't even edit that out now.
No, you Jake. And what's worse is people have screenshotted that. That has been screenshotted, and that will live with you forever and ever and ever. So, all right, that's all I got to say. And thank you for inviting me to your live. I really enjoy coming down here. I would never come uninvited. So y'all need to know, if y'all want to be mad, you're going to blame this guy. All I did was went and bought me a costume to wear. And
okay, so I invited you like an hour before we started. What did you do?
I've had this for a while. I just needed a reason to wear it. So, I have, if y'all don't already know this, I have a large closet of costumes because I play dress up a lot for my videos.
Don't say that.
For my videos.
Well, I was put on makeup in a live the other day, so I don't guess it matters.
The hardest thing about walking over here was Laramie didn't know who I was. Brianne's husband, Laramie, was coming home from work. And here comes this guy in an orange jumpsuit and a bandana walking up his driveway to get to Jake's house. And Laramie stopped his truck like 100 yards away.
Oh my God.
And I don't know if Laramie was reaching for his pistol, because, we all carry guns here in Texas. Everyone has a gun. And I don't know if Laramie was grabbing his gun, so I'm like trying to wave, Laramie, hey, Laramie. I don't know what Laramie was doing, but he stopped his truck and he put on his bright lights because it's nighttime. And I was like, shit, Laramie about to start shooting at me or something. So I'm like, hey, Laramie, hey. Hoping he would hear my voice. But I made it.
No,
now I got to go home like this.
He's not a very good shot anyway.
He's a bad shot?
All right.
Well, that's good. All right, end your live, Jake, and I will finish my beer. Wait, which one is mine? Never mind, I guess I'm done.
Mine were only in a cup. Yours is in the bottle.
Oh, okay.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a
That's
great
all
day.
you do to end your live?
What am I supposed to do?
I say thank you for allowing us into your homes and into your phones.
Thank you for allowing us into your homes and your phones.
And I'll see y'all tomorrow at noon, if you haven't had enough of me already.
Yeah, he'll see you tomorrow at noon. I'll probably crash it. Maybe not. I don't know. Bye, guys. Have a great day.